Welcome back, everyone. Today's video is all about Dr. Joe Dispenza. Is he all he is hyped up to be? Let's find out. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Thanks for watching. I wanted to do a video regarding a gentleman called Dr. Joe Dispenza. Now, for those of you who don't know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is, he is an American fella who is a mindfulness teacher slash doctor. His USP, I would suggest, is he is a mindfulness teacher, so he gives you a lot of advice, spiritual, divine, but then he gives you step-by-step instructions of how to change your mind, your approach, heal yourself even. And then he'll also have a lot of science to back up what he is saying. So he will, in his books especially, talk about what happens when you do a meditation, for example, what happens to your brain waves, your heart coherence, your electromagnetic field, all this kind of stuff, with the aim, I would think, to convince the cynicists of us all, easy for me to say, that actually there is science backing up what he is saying. Whereas a lot of other mindfulness teachers, I would say, don't quite do this. They just talk about the divine and the spiritual world and how you will get better and don't get me wrong, there's quite a lot of great people who will talk from that point of view. But I think Dr. Joe Dispenza's USP is trying to back that up. Now, he's on YouTube, he's on Instagram, he's got a website, there are lots of seminars and online courses and events that you could do, all very expensive, I would say, for those who are of the working class like myself, but they are supposedly life-changing, so what price do you put on changing your life? However, if you would like to get a little bit more in depth without spending a lot of money, I would suggest you buy some of his books. I have bought 3 of them. They are as follows: Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, You Are the Placebo, and Becoming Supernatural. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of bookmarks in this one, so perhaps you could sense that I like this one. I think that's in chronological order as well. There is another one, I'm sure, that I've missed. However, this one I haven't even read, which, good job, it's not like a continuation. It's not like Star Wars. You have to see Star Wars and you hope to have seen Return of the Jedi, or even watch Line of Duty stuff, which I'm watching right now for those in the UK. I haven't seen it, so I'm on series 3. Anyway, more to follow. So, about Dr. Joe and his books. I will start with this one because it's the first one in the order of the ones I've read. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One. Is it any good? Short answer, yes, it is very good. It is a long book and it's not an easy read, though I would say that. Now, what I mean by not an easy read is it's not something that you can read quickly. I would suggest that these books are more like a course, a school course, a college course, a university course even. By that I mean that you can't just flick through this and go, oh, that was interesting. You end up on these pages going, oh my goodness me, oh, that's profound, and you end up bookmarking most of the pages. Hence this one. Maybe I should just reread it rather than bookmarking pretty much every other page. What I would say, that there are meditations within these books. The meditations, not all of them, but some of them, you have to buy as well. So there is a little bit of a downer. I was a little bit miffed when I found out I had to buy this meditation. I thought it would come with a book. Perhaps when it was first released, there was a CD attached to it, but not when I got this on Amazon. So I had to go to his website and pay for a meditation. I was not happy about more of my hard-earned pounds going towards this website. However, it was well worth it, and if you take the miser out of me, I highly recommend that you do this. Otherwise, there's no point in reading the book. It's all theory. You have to go and take action, which is the important thing with anything you're doing, anything you're trying to achieve. You actually have to do something. You can't just sit there and go, oh, this is interesting. You have to then make it a habit. breaking the habit of being yourself, as the name suggests. The meditation that I did for this one, I forget what it's called. I think it's a water meditation, which essentially is an hour and 10 minutes. Now, the thing about the water meditation, there's another one, a body space one, which is a similar but slightly different approach. The thing about this hour and 10 minutes is he suggests you do it over 4 weeks. So the book goes into the theory of it. So it goes into different chapters. For example, the quantum you, it talks about quantum world, quantum field, electromagnetic potentials in the quantum field. And then it talks about survival, overcoming your body, survival versus creation, 3 brains, thinking to doing to being, the gap, and then eventually it goes to the mystical and familiar past even. Talks about different waves, delta, theta, alpha, lower beta, mid beta, high beta waves, what they all mean, and then it gives you meditations, and it suggests you do the meditations over 4 weeks, like a four-week program, hence like a college course. And then within the meditation, it actually has a little bell, so it says stop here, week 1, just do these first 15 minutes. So you don't actually have to do a lot in the first week. And the idea is to create a habit of doing the meditation. And then week 2, you would do a little bit more. Week 3, you do a little bit more. Week 4, you do the whole lot. You have to do it every day, or at least 5 days a week, I would say, to get the best out of it. That's the key with his stuff. It is like a course. I can't stress that highly enough. The meditation I did, the water with this, is incredibly powerful. I don't know how many times I actually cried whilst doing this. Not cried because I didn't want to do it, but it was more crying because I was releasing so much emotion, so much stored trauma, so much stored emotion, stress, trauma in my body. And when I release it, as science will probably back me up, you feel better anyway when you cry, but I felt like I released a lot of suppressed emotion at a time that I really needed it. And I will go back and keep doing that meditation every now and then when I do feel I need it. It's fantastic meditation. The book is hard to read, but very, very worth your while. I'd highly recommend this book completely. Please, if you are thinking you've got a lot to release, this is the book that I would start with. You Are the Placebo, I haven't read. I should. I don't know why I haven't read it. Maybe I just got it and I was like, oh my goodness me, it's a long book. They're all big books, 320 odd pages. And as I said, they're not quick reads. It's not like reading a novel where you flick through it to page turner. These are books in which you stop and go, oh, wow, that's amazing. And then you carry on and then you reread it and then you go, I'll read that bit again. So it takes a while to read. Becoming Supernatural is I think it's the 4th one in this series. I've only got 3 of them, but I think it's the latest one. Becoming Supernatural. Well, this is a little bit more of a rounded book than the other one, in what I would suggest that this is like a practical guide, step by step, of how to move beyond the limits of the known. Oh, as Tony Robbins says, beyond the limits of the known and into an extraordinary new life. There are a number of meditations in this one, some of which you have to download again. So, I have to pay money for it. However, pay the money for it. There are a couple you don't have to. There's a walking meditation, which I haven't done, but I want to do. There's a mind movie he suggests that you make, which, as it would suggest, is a movie for your mind. So what that entails is you making a movie of the life you wish you had and being in that movie. Which makes sense because, let's face it, when you put on your phone in the morning, which he suggests you do this in the morning and night, you go on your phone, you go on social media, and it's not the greatest thing to put in your mind, is it? You see the news, you see social media, you see arguments, bickering, point scoring. Why not do your own movie and wake up in a better way and in a better world and change who you are? It talks about a reconditioning to a new mind meditation, which is a really good one. The best one, I would say, is the blessing of the energy centers one. I've done this nearly every day for at least 5 days a week for the past month, and it's about 42 minutes long. It's brilliant. It's basically your chakras, so it starts with each chakra, works its way up, and you kind of have to put the energy and the emotion into each one, and move up all the way up. And I do feel fantastic. I do it before I go to bed, which I suggest you do the same, or in the morning. I also meditate in the morning as well, so I try and meditate twice a day. And you're thinking, whoa, that's a lot of time to meditate, and it kind of, that's what I would have thought a few years ago, but I just think, what else am I going to do with my time? Watch the telly, go on my phone. I could try improving myself. You have to take action eventually. You have to take action, not just meditation, but meditation is a step towards it, and then you hopefully come with a confidence to then approach the world with a better point of view, to release the emotions. And quite frankly, in some of this is profound healing. There's a lot of testimonials on his social media, which is, I highly recommend you go and look at, where you see and hear from people who have healed themselves from quite serious illnesses, cancers and depressions and so forth. So I think if you do the work, there is an incredible amount of potential from his work and his books. This book goes through, has lots of case studies in this actually, which are fantastic. A lot of science in this, talking about the quantum again, new potentials in the quantum, present moment. It's a little more detailed, a lot of stuff, as you can see, in terms of experiments and studies that they've done. Normal beta brainwave, I don't know if you can see that, but your focus is in. Talks about coherence, heart coherence, brain coherence, case studies, scans. So there's a lot of science in this, heart intelligence, space-time and time-space. It gets quite mystical at times, but he does, to be fair to him, try and back it up with science, and does back it up with science, I should say. He is a scientist, he's a doctor, he's a chiropractor I think he got a degree in chiropractic. In fact, it's even a word. I'm pretty sure it's not. But he does study a lot with the neuros, neural world, neuroplasticity, and so forth. So he does back it up with science, and quite frankly, it's very impressive. I don't quite understand a lot of it, but then I do understand some of it. And he then adding the whole mystical and meditations to it. It is something I'd highly recommend you looking at and studying. I would say just one more time that it is like a course. You have to have the discipline, and as he would say, you have to do the work. There's no point in doing a meditation once a week, twice a week. It's like going to the gym half-heartedly. You know, if you go to the gym or do some exercise once, twice a week, you're going to feel a bit of a benefit, I suppose, but you're not going to do as much good as if you were more disciplined about your exercise, about your diet. Eating a salad once a week ain't going to make you healthy. If you eat chips the rest of the time, is it? So make sure that you, if you do read the books, you do the work, because you will feel the benefit. I myself feeling the benefit, but only when I look back on where I was to where I am now do I feel the benefit. It's weird, because when I first started doing these meditations, pretty much in tears most of the time. Now I'm in a much better place. I am not in a perfect place. I'm still a work in progress, as is everybody, really. Let's face it, you all are, we all are. But he is someone I would certainly look into, even if you just get the breath work from him, which is quite powerful. Highly recommend Dr. Joe Dispenza. Please look into him, and if you do get his stuff, make sure that you do the work. I'll show up with the work now. I feel like you're a teacher or fitness instructor or something. Okay, that's all I have to say on him so far. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it was a little bit longer than normal, but I felt there was a lot to squeeze in, and I hope that you got something out of it. Please let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. It's all very welcome. And have a good day, week, year, month. Enjoy everything. See you soon. Thanks for watching.